Um,
My husband is a One Piece stan. He loves it. And he was over the moon when I was like, hey, do you want to sit down and watch 5 episodes of One Piece with me? He was so happy. I was bored out of my mind the entire time.
I'm gonna make a confession here. I didn't watch past episode 3. Okay, I'm sorry. I only watched the first 3 episodes. I couldn't make it past episode 3, dude.
In his defense, he said it's one of those animes that starts off really slowly. So
yeah.
Maybe we'd have to commit to sitting down watching like a ton of them before it got interesting.
And like another thing
bored.
to its credit is it was made in 1999. The first episode aired back then.
It had some really interesting elements. I was just bored.
Yeah. I found it to have like very slow pacing. Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about episode.
There's no explanation as to why like this kid is traveling alone, or why he ate some random fruit that made him rubber, or like why he wants to be a pirate, or what is happening.
I mean, to be fair, it could
that probably comes later, maybe.
Yeah, but I
just a little backstory to start with is always nice.
Yeah. Also, one more thing I gotta say about this is that I found Luffy to be like extremely unsympathetic to other people in the show, and like I didn't like him. I did not like Luffy.
That kind of struck me as weird. Like, I get that he's the main character, he can do what he wants, he's made of rubber, so like he can take a beating and fight, but like why is he such a jerk?
Yeah, he's a dick, dude.
Like, why is he such a jerk? I don't understand.
Yeah, so the first episode kind of just starts off with like there's these sailors, they're bringing this barrel that's like kind of in the ocean, they're like bringing it on deck, and then they're like they look out a little bit and there's these pirates just on the ship and they're firing cannons and they're attacking the civilian ship.
So what I will say is I've seen bits and pieces from throughout the seasons because my husband watches it a lot. All of the villains are really weird.
Are they?
They're so weird. Because in the first couple episodes, we met the lady pirate woman.
Her name was Captain Alvida.
Yes, and the head of the Marines who was trying to kill children.
What was his? Captain Morgan was that guy.
Yeah. With the axe for a hand for some reason.
Yeah, that was
But what got me about the axe for, like, you want to have an axe for hand, whatever, but why did he also have the handle embedded in his arm? Like,
yeah, that was weird. That was a weird design choice. The whole, like, handle.
And I get he was supposed to be unlikable. He was trying to kill children or whatever. And his son just annoyed me. It's to each their own, but to me it was boring and more over the top and exaggerated than something I would usually watch.
Definitely, I agree. I found that in episode 1 when Luffy kind of met with the cabin boy from Captain Alvida's ship, like he's just like sniveling little nerd who like can't defend himself. He's like, you know, very he's kind of a coward, but he's kind of been through a lot. And so he ends up stumbling across Luffy, who's on the civilian ship, which he's like forced to help raid kind of. And he's talking to Luffy about how he's been held hostage on that ship for like 2 years and he can't break free. Yeah. And then Luffy's like, "Oh, you're the type of person I hate. You're a coward. You're a weakling."
Literally, like.
And I was watching that. I'm like, bro, like you have no sympathy for someone who literally can't fight for themselves, is literally a hostage on this ship, and you're just like, bro, you're a weakling. That really, I did not like that. And the cabin boy's name is Kobe, by the way. Forgot to mention that.
Yes, yeah. Who's a character I really don't like that much, but for different reasons.
I don't like him, but like I can understand this little dude's been through a lot. And the lack of sympathy towards him, I just found to be annoying.
Yeah. No, I'm like, I don't understand why Luffy would be such a jerk. The only character we didn't, in the first couple episodes, we don't get to know much about the woman that they keep showing. I don't even think we figure out her name yet in the first few episodes. The only character I actually kind of like is the swordsman.
Yeah, oh, his name is Zoro, right?
Zoro.
I think he's Zoro.
Is it Zoro?
we'll call him the swordsman, but the guy with 3
Yeah.
swords, he's pretty cool. I did like him. He seemed to like. I think what made him more likable was the fact that he was kind of fighting for the children who were
Yeah, exactly.
being like. Captain Morgan was trying to kill these children, and the swordsman defended them. So, and he was
Yeah.
like in a crucifix kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
he
that
was
was his
tied up
punishment.
and
I found it. Another thing I gotta mention too is Luffy was like, I'm just gonna go and ask this random dude who's on this crucifix to like
Literally,
be
and
a
he
part of
just,
my
like,
crew. And
didn't
it's
even
like,
ask, just decided. He's like, I've already decided you're a part of my crew. Like,
Yeah.
who died and made you king?
it's like, I don't know.
I get you want to be king of the pirates, but
I've heard.
why?
Now I've heard that the manga is actually more enjoyable than the anime, so I may give that,
That makes
a shot.
sense.
But the anime so far, I'm not a fan of. Don't like it.
Yeah,
Too
no.
slow.
Other than the bits and pieces of when he's watching, I probably will not be continuing that one. Personal preference, didn't like it. To each their own.
Personal preference is a 2 out of 10. Next.
Yeah. Cells at work though. Watch it.
Cells at Work is amazing.
10 out of 10. It's so good.
Better than every other anime. No
We're just
cap.
gonna have to call this episode "We Hate One Piece."
Just title We Hate One Piece, all caps. Bro, so many people would probably click on that and be
Get
mad.
all the One Piece stands. Yeah.
Oh man, that's